Do you know how to record this call? Okay, cool. There we go. So cool. So literally yesterday, I was just meditating, and it's so crazy because while I was meditating, I was really trying to be so specific, like so specific on what it is that I wanted to go ahead and actually like, envision in my head. And as I was meditating, I was having trouble, right? I was struggling. And it really had me thinking, like, dang, like, why is it that every time I try and meditate certain things, I have like, why is it that every time I'm trying to meditate, and it could be it's just certain things I try to meditate, and I have different pictures that come up to my head that I've experienced in my life. You know what I mean? Like, how many of you guys have actually just tried to meditate before, and when you guys meditate, you guys just have trouble like coming up with simple, just simple things into your head? Like, it could be a house, it could be a kitchen, whatever the case may be, it could be a car. Like, how many of you guys have actually had trouble just trying to envision certain things in your guys' head? Just go ahead and drop a me in the chat. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Okay, cool, cool, cool. All right, perfect. So, and the reason I say that is because a lot of the times while we're meditating or while we're trying to envision certain things in our head, a lot of times the reason why we actually find it difficult to envision certain things is because we haven't actually been exposed to certain things in our lives, right? And what I mean by that is, yeah, it's so easy for you to go ahead and actually envision, a jet, something you've seen online, like a jet. It could be a car or like, a house. It may be easy sometimes for certain people. It may be easy, it may be hard. But the thing is, a lot of the reason why it's hard for you to envision these things and you being in that picture is because you haven't actually put yourself in that environment just yet, right? And that's what really hit me. That's literally what hit me. And so what I actually wanted to go ahead and actually talk about, and I want you guys to actually write this down, literally, exposure is what determines your level of success, right? That's what I want you guys to go ahead and write down. Exposure is what determines your level of success. And see, when a lot of people hear success, they think a lot of people got their own definition of success, but really all that success means is when you accomplish, what success literally means is when you accomplish an aim or a purpose, right? And so that's really all that success means, right? And so when you are literally being exposed to certain things in your life and just being exposed to, things that you desire in life, you don't even realize that your mind, what your subconscious mind is doing, is literally recording that moment. Why? Because you're exposing your five senses to that. You're not only just seeing it, but you're feeling it. You're even tasting it, hearing, you just all your five senses. You're smelling, you're tasting, you're hearing, you're smelling, you're tasting, you're hearing, you're seeing, and you're touching it, right? And that's exactly what, like, you're literally exposing your five senses to that feeling, right? And the experience, right? And what your subconscious mind is literally doing in that moment is recording that. It's literally recording that whole moment and just that whole experience overall, right? And that's why I say exposure is what literally determines your level of success. And I don't just say that to say like, okay, cool, in order for you to have success in life, you got to be exposed to some certain things, but all I'm really trying to say is like, you got to really put yourself in the environment to really just be, you got to put yourself in the environment to be in order for you to be able to like envision certain things and attract it to your life. You know what I mean? Because how do you expect to have the car or a certain type of shoe or even just the house that you want, but you never went to go out, never went to go out your way to go ahead and be put in that, like, it's just not even just how's it that you want that, but you never put yourself in that environment? How's it that you never allowed yourself to experience what it feels like to be in that moment, right? Because like a lot of the times, like, a lot of people think it's corny, but you see, it's not corny at all for you to go ahead and go to the dealership. It's not corny for you to go sit down and just know what it feels like to be in a certain car, right? Like, I know a lot of us hear this all the time, but it's the truth. It's literally the truth. You cannot be too cool for the corny stuff. You got to go out there and put yourself where you want to see yourself, right? You really got to do that. You do, because it's like, if you want to attract it in the future, you got to go out and put yourself there now. That's the only way you'll be able to bring it to you. And that's the only way you'll be able to feel like what it's like to be in that, just to be able to experience that and be in that environment. And so I want to actually go back to what I mean by your subconscious mind is literally recording how you feel in that moment, right? And so when you expose your subconscious and conscious mind to the things that you desire in life, it's easier for you to literally envision it in your head, because like I said, it's not only just recording, but you're exposing your five senses to it, right? And so let me give you as an example. I'm gonna just give you as an example. why is it that every time, a certain situation happens with you, a friend, a loved one, or just even just anything, whatever the case may be, why is it that whenever a certain situation happens, it could be a situation that had made you feel some type of way, whether it made you feel happy, it caused you pain, or, it just, satisfied you in some type of way. Why is it that you're so quick to remember that? The reason why you're so quick to remember that is because literally, like I said, your subconscious and your conscious mind is literally recording it. It's recording literally how you felt in that exact moment, just so you can analyze it later. You know what I mean? And so I actually got that from this book I was reading too. I'm gonna actually share this line with you guys. Hold on. It literally says, I'm gonna share with you guys in just a second. It literally says, one second, you guys. Okay, so it says the conscious mind does what the conscious mind does is it literally measures the experiences of pain and pleasure and files them to recall them. And then what it does is it produces the images. That way you can actually escape from the pain into pleasure. And so I don't know if that makes sense to you guys, but it made sense to me when I read that. And so basically what it's saying is basically like when you experience pain or pleasure, literally your mind remembers that only because your mind is recording how you felt in that moment. And that's the reason why it's easier for us to remember things that we actually had feelings towards. Like when we actually have an emotion towards certain things, we remember it and we tend to remember it easily. Okay, I got you. I'll read that again. Hold on. It says, the conscious mind literally measures the experiences of pain and pleasure, files them for recall, analyzes the experience that produces them, and images and imagines escape from pain to pleasure. Literally. And I got that from this book right here. It's called The Three Magic Words. And so the reason it's called The Three Magic Words by Ewell Anderson. And so the reason, all right, I'm gonna say it one more time. What the conscious mind does is measure these experiences of pain and pleasure, files them for recall, analyzes the experience that produces them, and imagines escape from pain into pleasure. That's literally what it says. And that's literally the reason why a lot of the times it's so easy. It's so much more easier for us to remember things that we had emotions towards, because it made us feel some type of way. Like I could be over here like talking to somebody and they could be like, oh, what did that person say? And I'll forget because I didn't have no emotions towards it. And I wasn't really paying too much mind to it because I didn't feel nothing towards it. You know what I mean? Or it probably wasn't just important to me at all. And so a lot of the times what our mind does is it remembers things and literally records it into our head for us to remember based off of how we feel about it, right? And that's also exactly why a lot of times, a lot of the memories that we have from our childhood, we really only remember it because of the pain or pleasure that it had caused us to feel in that moment, right? And so instead of focusing on our what our current circumstance and environments already looks like, you guys, what I want you guys to actually go ahead and challenge yourself to do is go ahead and don't even focus on what your reality looks like. Don't even focus on what your reality looks like. Instead, be intentional about the reality you want to create for yourself, simply just by putting yourself in putting yourself where you want to see yourself. Literally, just putting yourself where you want to see yourself. And that could be, just going to, open houses, looking at houses and things like that, looking at cars, going to, the designer stores, whatever it is that you truly have a desire for in life. Put yourself in those environments so you could see how, just so you could actually be able to not only just experience it and expose your five senses to it, but also so that way you can actually just be able to allow your subconscious and conscious mind to get used to that. You know what I mean? That way in the future, when it's already there, right there, and when it's already there for you and it's already there with you, it's like it's nothing new because you already knew it was already on its way to you. And so yeah, and that's another thing I want you guys to do. Really ask yourself, when is the last time that you've actually have allowed yourself to be able to gain a lot more exposure? You know what I mean? When's the last time that you've allowed yourself to be in an environment where you're around the life that you want, like, just certain things that you want to desire and certain things that you want in your life, you know what I mean? And so definitely go ahead and put yourself out there more. Don't just stay in the house all day. And honestly, even just looking at things online is cool and all, and just you know, vision boards is cool now. It's good for you to be able to see those in front of you, but it's better when you're able to actually experience that. And so, like I said, I know a lot of times you guys hear this a lot. I hear this a lot too, very often, but it's literally the truth. You cannot be too cool for the corny things. You really got to go out there and put yourself where you want to see yourself. And, you know, that's how you're going to be able to attract, you know, the things that you want in your life for yourself. You know what I mean? So just make it a habit. Make it a habit to put yourself in, you know, different environments where you want to actually just, you know, see certain things, just attract certain things into your life. And then also another thing I want you guys to keep in mind, at the end of the day, God will never expose you to something you cannot have. So if you can envision something in your head, why not go out there and put yourself in that environment? You know what I mean? Like, let's just say, for example, you know, you want a certain car, or you just want a certain house. If God puts that image in your head, why wouldn't you want to just go out there and, you know, just go to that dealership, go sit down in that car? Like, why wouldn't you want to go to that open house? You know what I mean? And it don't even gotta be a car, it don't gotta be a house. Those are just examples. It could be anything. But like, if God's gonna, even if it's you building a community center or even helping kids, like, go to a community center, go ahead and volunteer, whatever the case may be. Like, if God is gonna go ahead and put these images in your head, go ahead and contribute to this vision, contribute to these images that are coming to your head by putting yourself in those environments. It is not hard for you to do. We literally live in a world where, you know, like, we could really do whatever we want. We really can. And we really just can't. We also can have whatever we want if we truly just believe it, you know? So yeah, that's all I want to go ahead and share with you guys, you know, just to be able to like expose yourself more to, you know, certain things that you truly desire to have in life, you know, just allowing yourself to have more exposure. That, and also that way you can actually, that way it can also be easier for you to actually envision in your head. Because like I said, I don't know about you guys, but when I meditate sometimes, it's so much easier for me to meditate and envision things that I've already experienced in my life. And like, for example, one time I actually went to this person's house, and mind you, they lived in a nice house. It was a really nice house. Something, yeah, it was really nice. It was different. And honestly, it was a mansion. It was really nice. And I was just like really surprised. Like, I was just like, whoa, like, I never been here. Like, I never been nothing like this before. So it was different for me. It was really different. And so it's crazy because whenever I envision certain, like, whenever I'm meditating, it's just so crazy how that same house pops up in my head every time. And that's really when it hit me, like, dang, the reason why this image keeps popping up in my head is because in that very moment when I was there, I had so many emotions. I literally had so many emotions going through my head, like, whoa, like, this is crazy. Like, dang, this house is so nice. Like, wow, I need this house. This is what I need my future house to look like. But, you know, obviously I want my house to look a little different too, you know? But like I said, so just put yourself out there to be, you know, in different environments, and just put yourself where you want to see yourself, you know, what you want in your life, you know, like, you know, whatever the case, whatever it is, like, do what you can to go ahead and actually like feel that, you know what I mean? Just to bring that feeling to life, you know, even if it's not fully, you definitely want to go ahead and try to do what you can to make sure you could, like, you know, just, you know, you just put yourself in that environment, put yourself in the environment, and, you know, just give yourself that exposure. Because like I said, the exposure is literally what's going to determine your success. And success, like I said, success is literally when you achieve something. So don't look at success like, you know, like I said, everyone has their own definition of success. And, you know, honestly, in my opinion, the way the world looks at the word success is like completely, like, honestly, yeah, it's just, yeah, I look at, honestly, all I'm trying to tell you guys is exposure determines your level of success. And so just put yourself out there, expose yourself to different things, you know, things that you want to attract into your life and things that you want in your life. That way that when it comes to you, it's just like, okay, it's nothing new. Like, you already knew it was going to happen because you were expecting for it to happen already. So with that being said, you guys, that's all I wanted to say today. I hope you guys are able to get value from this call. And I seen somebody drop in the chat that they wanted the book title of the name. So the title of this book is The Three Magic Words by Euel Anderson. You guys could just go ahead and take a screenshot, and I'll also drop it in the New Era chat too. It's a really good book. It's a really good book full of so much value. And yeah, so that's all, you guys. That's all I really have to say for today. Yeah, so if you guys are able to get some value from this call, you know, definitely go ahead and drop some fire, you know, all that good stuff. And I definitely look forward to doing more of these for sure too. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and give it back to you, JBL.
That's how I'm coming. Somebody drop in the chat box. I just ate. I'm full. Somebody drop some in the chat box. Let's go. They gonna put me out. That's how I'm feeling right now. Let's go. That's how I'm feeling. But nah, look. Man, Hermela, look. Whoo. I'm like that. I'm like, whoo. I'm like, whoo. No, I'm just playing. That was good. That was very, very good. This call is being recorded. This going on YouTube. We going global with it. Sensation, essential, elegant, black excellence. That's how we come in. Crazy value. I say crazy essential. Let's get it. But again, Hermela, you just did amazing. Very, very good. For my women on the line, ladies, stand up. Ladies, stand up. Ladies, stand up. Hey. Let me stop. But yeah, that was good. Shout out my ladies on the line. Hermela, you did your thing. You did amazing. You did excellent. And with that being said, let's have a phenomenal week. Load up them trading accounts. Let's see y'all at the top.